Hello everyone, I'm Christy-Lyn from Christy-Lynmusic.com and welcome to Harp, where every Thursday we grow together in our musical journey as harpists. I have my friend Chris Verge here again today.
Hello.
And Chris was in the first season of The Voice South Africa last year, and I was in this year's season 2 of The Voice South Africa, and we wanted to chat a little bit about what this experience has done for our music careers. Now before we get into that, make sure that you go and check out Chris's YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the cards because we've just done a collaboration on a beautiful song, and I think you should go and check it out because it's got harp and guitar in both of our voices, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe to his channel. Okay, so we've got 5 things that we have gained from being on The Voice South Africa, and it would be similar for other talent competitions that are on TV. So, do you want to introduce the first one?
Yeah, cool. So first point is mainly for exposure and building your fan base. So a show like that really, I think people, firstly, they take you more seriously when you have music on TV or they see you hear you on the radio or something like that. So I found, like, obviously you're not going to get like thousands of fans overnight, but it definitely helps put you on that next level, you know, being on TV. And you'll have like people coming to you at gigs and saying, oh, I saw you in The Voice, or I saw you, you know, and it's really nice to just grow your fan base a lot faster than you would by gigging for like 10 years. You know?
Yeah, being on national television, just getting your name out there and people will recognize you. And the second thing is just getting to meet other musicians. Now, this is other singers in the competition, but also other contacts through it. I found that actually has been one of the hugest benefits from being on The Voice South Africa, that now I have a whole network of friends in the music industry, and I can phone them up when I have a question or when I'm worried about quoting for something, and it's just been really great to have other people to chat to about the music industry, because sometimes we're a little isolated as musicians and we just do our own thing, and to have friends all around the country who are doing the same thing has really been beneficial. Do you have anything to add about that? I know you've kept up your friendships really well from The Voice.
Yeah, it's been really cool. Like, for example, a good a win story from The Voice. I met a really nice girl called Chloe Clark. She's a jazz singer in Durban, which is a city on the east coast of South Africa. We in Cape Town, which is near the south, like the bottom. But a cool story is, like, when she came down, like I could give her some ideas of places to play, gigs and stuff. And I've just been in contact with her last week because I'm planning a tour to Durban potentially next month.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But she was very nice to kind of, you know, help me out with all the contacts that she's built up over the years. So it's not about like using each other, but it's actually just having friends who can help you out. Like they can ask you a favor and you can ask them a favor. And it's really helpful. Yeah.
And I also had a gig that came up through someone seeing me on The Voice, and I wasn't entirely sure what to charge for it. Didn't have experience with that kind of performance, and so I called up my friend Davy de Jager, who was on The Voice with me, and he's a very experienced musician in the South African industry, and so we had a fat chat about it, and he gave me some advice, which was really great. So I had a similar experience with that.
Hi, Davy. We haven't met yet.
I'm sure Davy's going to be watching, and he's awesome. So the next thing we talked about is experience performing on a different kind of stage and in different circumstances. What can you say about that?
I'd say like I've grown up like singing in church bands and just in general bands throughout high school and stuff. And even like I thought I was very confident in like performance on stage and stuff, and when you get to The Voice and like you're being filmed and there's cameras and people judging your singing, like my nerves just went through the roof. So I think just that experience of like having like the nerves and like working through that, like you'll hear in my audition my voice breaks and it's like my pitching is not like 100%, but it's like through that you grow as an artist and you learn and you
Yeah, and the different size audience, a different level of professional stage, and then the fact that you're on international or national television as well is probably a first time for most of the people that are auditioning on The Voice, and that's a whole experience in itself. So that's been a really great one for me.
Yeah.
And also perhaps singing different songs that you might sing normally. You don't always get to choose exactly which song you're going to perform, so that's really great to put you outside your comfort zone and have to learn new things.
I agree.
And then another thing is when you're on a national television show like this, you have great quality recordings that you can link and send to people afterwards. So The Voice South Africa has a YouTube channel, and if I want to send some clips to show someone what I do, I can send them the link to my audition, and it looks very professional that you're on TV.
Yeah.
Have you used yours as well?
For sure. Every email has the link, and it's linked to my website as well. I think,
it really helps.
Yeah.
And the other thing in line with that is just putting it in your bio and telling people about it, and it sounds very impressive when you've been in a TV competition.
Well, it is impressive.
Yeah. And then the last thing was just about having reviews and quotes that you can use afterwards. So I don't know if you were mentioned in any magazine articles or newspaper articles, or maybe you had quotes from the coaches that you've used afterwards.
I haven't used quotes, to be honest, but I know every time I release a new single now or have a magazine article or something that comes out, they say the voice South Africa so and so, you know, and it's nice to have that kind of brand associated with your name and your product. I think that's really beneficial.
Yeah. Okay, well, I've used that quite a bit, so I liked some of the comments that the coaches gave me when I auditioned and also in the second round that I was in, and some of the things they said were really cool, so I've just put that into my bio, and every time I advertise myself, I'll talk about those amazing quotes that they gave me. And I also appeared in 1 or 2 newspaper or magazine articles, and if people say nice things, then you just take that and you quote it, and it sounds really legit to have those kind of content to share with people. Anything else to add? I think that's it.
I think on the whole, it'll just grow you as an artist, and it's really like you got really nothing to lose, you know.
I think particularly with The Voice South Africa, it's such a positive show.
Yeah.
And even if you fall out of the show fairly early on, like both Chris and I did, they still had such positive, encouraging things to say to us. And it was just such a great experience. It's not something if I were to do it again, I would do it for sure.
Yeah, of course. And even if you like get knocked out after your blind audition, like in your first battle, like we both did, but it still benefited us so much as artists, and I think that's what's really cool.
Yeah. So if it's fear that's holding you back, just do it, go for it, and I think it will be really good for your career as a musician.
Yeah. I feel like we should do the peace sign.
Yeah.
We love you, Voice South Africa.
Okay, awesome. So don't forget to go and check out the collaboration video we did on Chris's channel, and I'll also link to the one we did a little while ago on my channel. And if you're enjoying these videos, I put up videos every Thursday on my YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you next week.
Cheers, guys.